We're Energy. This is Keith.
Joey Neurosis.
Tank.
Dan. And I'm Connor.
Who are you playing with tonight?
No harm done.
I'll just move.
Great band.
And
I got no problem.
Static Radio.
Two locals who I didn't get the name of yet, but I'm willing to check out.
One is Dig It Up, good band.
Dig It Up.
Pick it up. I
Yeah.
do that.
What's the beef?
What's the beef?
What
Yeah.
beef?
I don't eat beef. I'm vegan.
You're
Only
vegan?
Me. I'm the only one who could have dealings with beef.
Okay. So, let's go.
Okay.
What's the?
I heard that you guys try to make me talk shit. And we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, I don't know how you do it. You poke us with the proverbial stick.
How can I make you guys talk shit?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who, is there anybody you have a problem with?
Yeah.
No.
Go.
Yeah. I got a
Oh, yeah,
fucking
alright.
problem with Dickie from the Carrier. Alright, it's not funny.
I was trying to get all solemn, so there was like, oh shit, he really touched on me.
Yeah.
Like,
No. I don't know.
now I'm not funny.
Alright, say it again what you just said to me.
Hi.
It's at punk hardcore shows.
Yes.
You're dressing like you want to dress,
Yeah.
and people give you looks.
People give me looks, and you know they'll say shit to me. Always, they'll always say stuff to me, kind of indifferent or from a distance and stuff. They'll pretty much, you know, just give me shit, and I think that's kind of hypocritical considering the scene that we're in, since it's, you know, punk and hardcore scene. I was trying because I thought you.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
But don't edit this.
No.
Okay.
Because I thought that, like, you know, the person was talking to someone outside,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so that the conversation would end when they entered the bank. But, that's cool. Feel free.
Hey. After you.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'll be in the shop.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're recording your pin number.
2468.
Now you're funny.
Is this recording?
Yeah. It's actually becoming a bit of an action drama.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But don't worry, we'll cut out the stuff that doesn't.
Do what you
Yeah,
want.
because I would definitely, my computer would freeze at this point. And I'd definitely be like, alright, this isn't funny. Or this-
Yeah.
This isn't funny.
We're just waiting for the conversation to finish.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we get a little bit closer? You know, awkward moments happen. You gotta embrace them.
Yeah. No, I've learned that. I'm a very awkward person.
Me too. Me too.
All right. So I think the conversation's petering out, or she's
I think I can do it.
listening, and she's gonna respond in about 2 seconds with a really loud voice. It might be what.
No, que igual que yo, en ese sentido de mí, porque yo estoy saliendo con Patrick y todo eso, pero si no lo sabe, eres solamente dos personas, tú, Ariana.
Do they still advertise
Tú,
Mozzie?
Ariana, y qué más, tú, Ariana, y a Javier se lo comenté así por la próxima.
All right. We're back. Sorry. Go ahead.
What?
You were saying?
Oh, me? I was asking about Muzzy.
Muzzy.
Yeah.
What's that?
The fucking French and Spanish speaking monster. You don't remember that? Oh, well, you're here.
No.
He's older than
Yeah.
us.
You get. Explain it. I mean, what's the phenomenon?
Muzzy, the French speaking monster. It was just like French, it was just French lessons for little kids. And everyone knows the classic line, the Bonjour, je suis la fille, and then the little girl, je suis la fille. That French speaking monster.
That's staying on because you're hilarious.
Oh.
Let's try for a third time
Third time.
to explain.
You can just ask the original question again. I'll try.
Yeah. Okay, I'll actually ask it properly. Why is it that at hardcore and punk shows where people are supposed to be able to express themselves however they'd like, there's still these rigid norms, dress code norms, image norms, and if you don't ascribe to them, you might seem like a weirdo.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the case, but This is a different form of the question.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know. I think that
Your experience, I guess.
kids are probably just. I just assume they're not in it for the right reasons. Did that just beep?
No.
Alright.
No.
Kids are probably just not not in it for the right reasons, I guess, if they're not willing to accept somebody that looks different. Seeing as that's like it's supposed to be like a safe haven for people who want to look and act and think differently, but it's not quite like that anymore.
Well, I mean, obviously the most obvious example is Davey Havoc, who's still
Who's that?
Yeah. I don't know.
AFI? I don't know.
huge hardcore fan,
Oh, no.
Oh.
huge supporter.
From Montreal.
Yeah, he's from here.
Oh, yeah. I've never
Yeah.
heard of that guy.
And
Oh, that band sounds.
Yeah.
That he must be in.
oh yeah,
That I saw 2 days ago.
with who?
It was Edgefest
Sweet.
in Ontario. I was completely shocked because I didn't know bands like Alexa on Fire were that big here. And AFI was supposed to play under them, and they're like, they're bigger than the.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're. So you were disappointed? Is that right?
Not really. No, I wasn't disappointed, but it was crazy to me to see how much the crowd thinned out after Alexa on Fire for AFI.
Well, I mean, AFI, as great as they are, they changed their style,
Yeah.
and they made it onto the radio. They're still authentic.
But it was,
Right.
it was a radio festival. It wasn't a hardcore.
Right.
Edgefest, these days
you'd
Edgefest
think
here actually.
You'd think
Yeah,
Edgefest
it's
was
not. It's like
us. Edgefest, no, it was 90-something, the Edge radio station.
Oh, okay.
And it was like soaked by like beer sponsors and everything,
Yeah.
so it was just like not
There's no
commercial
Edge
at all.
about that.
All right, alcohol sponsorships in hardcore. Beer companies, Jägermeister get involved with different bands, different tours.
Pennywise the Jägermeister tour.
Which was very depressing because I actually grew up listening to Pennywise, Environment Mac, and taught me how to play like really fast and everything. And that was kind of, I don't know, disheartening to like see them kind of go about that because I mean it's just like, I don't know, they were just a very respectable band like years ago, and they kind of just like spoke out against going with corporations, everything like that, and even write like songs like Fuck Authority and everything like that, and just kind of see that. It's kind of like, I don't know, I just wasn't really turned on to that, but I mean, I don't know, I just personally don't see it going hand in hand because like, that's fine if you actually like go about like drinking and everything like that, as long as you're responsible and you're not ignorant with it, but it just shouldn't go hand in hand with music because it just always makes me think of like this rock star like, on a pedestal just drinking a beer and like being like, oh, look like how holier than now I am, and I don't know, you should be at one with the person that you're playing with, and that's a big reason why hardcore always like, was like turned on to me so easily because, you can go talk to the person that just played on a stage that you looked up to and stuff.
Well, if you drink and you wanna, I don't personally care if you're sponsored by something, but I mean, if like you're adamantly against drinking and then you are okay with like, you know what I mean? It's kind of how like Ian MacKaye wouldn't do an interview with Rolling Stone unless all the tobacco ads were removed, and they wouldn't, so he wouldn't, type of thing. It's like, if it's not what you believe in and you go with it anyway, that's kind of backwards. But I mean, if your band isn't adamantly against alcoholic drinking, then it shouldn't really matter, I think.
You're all straight edge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering how you guys see the presence of alcohol in the hardcore scene.
Alcohol and hardcore, I think if, I don't know, what do you guys have anything?
I don't think it goes hand in hand with the hardcore scene, but I think it goes hand in hand with being our age for most people. So if you're like in a band or just involved in this scene, you're probably, it's not like a peer pressure thing, but it is around you. So it's kind of, I don't know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It doesn't affect us because we wouldn't try to play like bars and stuff like that. We always try to play all ages venues and,
In fact, actually no, I don't want to say anything. So
Go.
I was just gonna, because if I say I'm just gonna say, I might as well say it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you on that.
To me, it's really just a personal choice, and unless it's affecting me directly, then it's not something to be of my concern. I feel like.
I don't even think about it, really. It's just I don't drink, and a bunch of people do. I don't like being around people when they're drunk personally because to me they become obnoxious. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't really think of it to do with music at all.
It kind of upset me that people can't get enough from music.
Yeah, that's always a bummer.
You know, they can't.
If the music doesn't do it for them alone, no matter what it is that they're, using along with it, it's kind of sad. But I think the music should.
Je suis la jeune fille.
Quoi?
C'est ton camion.
Dis bonjour.
Allô?
What else is on your mind these days?
I'm hungry.
Coffee.
Always hungry.
Always in the need for coffee. It's definitely descendant state of mind.
What do you guys like eating usually? Are you all vegetarian?
I'm vegan. I stated that before.
Yeah.
Vegan,
We have pride in it.
vegan, vegetarian.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
Yeah, goddamn son of a bitch.
Yeah. How do you cook vegan? How do you keep up with that kind of diet, that lifestyle?
Dan, answer it. Dan's the best. Dan cooks food all the time.
Yes.
And it's decent, but he's not daring enough.
It's not as challenging as you think. You just don't cook shit with meat or dairy in it. It pretty much covers your bases. Really.
And honestly, I think a lot of vegans need to recognize vegetables because I see a lot of unhealthy ones out there, and it really just bums me out because honestly, you should have no schism with any vegetables out there because they're all fresh. They're all mad good. And yes, I mean that. I know it sounds funny, but
Yeah, it's true. It's
and take your vitamins. That's mad important because seriously, you don't want to go passing out on
This is for instance, instead of eating a salad, Tank will eat a box of Oreos.
okay.
And then complaining about how hungry he is and he can't find food.
Or
But then when he
an
finds
entire
food-
bag of Skittles.
Yeah.
I hate food. If I could just have a pill that had all the essential nutrients for a day, I'd just do that.
Protein pills. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Cellophane wrapped packed protein and swallow it.
What is your problem with food?
I'm just really picky and I just don't like eating, but clearly you have to, so it just sucks.
It's time consuming.
The only problem I have it with our lifestyle is it's so expensive because you go to a restaurant and at the minimum it'll be $7.50 and stuff like that, and I really wish it was more affordable. But Dan and I were actually talking about the other night how if it becomes more popular, hopefully everyone will just wise up and lower the pricing and everything. So I mean, basically, I'm hoping toward the future where people just are more cruelty-free in their thinking. So.
How did you all discover, I guess, vegetarianism, veganism, and straight edge? Each of you.
Let me just go first because I'm the only one who doesn't have to answer two questions.
Okay.
Pretty much, for me, with straight edge was just I had friends that would hang out with potheads who they didn't really like all the time, so I pretty much they had fake friends and I didn't want to be involved in that. And then I did this interview. Yeah, but it was like an 8-year gap in between that.
I just didn't. Look, I never wanted to do drugs ever, and I got into minor threat, and pretty much that's everybody's story. And friend, actually a coworker at Tom's Bar Pizza told me about veganism once, and I kind of just looked into it from then on out, and a number of years later, I just became vegan. That's really it.
For me, I actually got into it through hip hop because when I was really young, I used to listen to KRS-One, Beastie Boys, and just Eric B. and Rakim, and I still do. It's all just classic, hip hop and everything like that. But one day, my friend came over, we were skateboarders and everything. We were trying to start a band, and he basically brought over the Bad Brains Warrior tape. And I was very into the song "Pass the Mic" by the Beastie Boys, and it has that guitar riff, and I didn't know it was from that at the time. He's like, "Do you really want to know where that actually came from?" And then he put on the big takeover, with the build up and everything like that. And once that riff came in, I was just blown away because I could not believe anyone could play that fast. And just as soon as HR came in, I was just sold. I was like, "That's it. I want a piece of this." And we kept trading tapes. Like the next tape he gave me had like Sound Majority, Snapcase, like side by side and everything. And later on I got into like vegetarianism through the Instead song Feel Their Pain, because like I was very much into Instead. In fact, they were like one of my favorite youth group bands from all time. And basically, you know, I actually was one of those people that embraced the lyrics aside from the music, and it just really caught on to me. And I basically also came from, you know, just a time where literature and just animal rights were definitely like educated to you at shows, which you don't really see that often. You know, you don't see much of like tables set up with like TVs and pamphlets or anything. So I was very interested to what was going on outside of, you know, the world, aside from, you know, like this underground scene, and that led me to vegetarianism. And then as the year went by, like I actually switched to veganism, and I actually haven't had any meat in like 10 years now, and I've actually going on to 7 years of veganism, and this is probably one of the best moves I've ever done, because like not only did it educate myself, but it also just like helped a lot of people around me, just like, you know, eating better and just like feeling better too. So
I started being vegetarian while we were on tour. When we first started touring all that, because it was Dan and Tank were vegetarian, so I'm vegan, so I just kind of got into it and just made things easier on the road, and then I just stuck with it. That's pretty much it. Straight edge, you know, minor threat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool we got like a lot of vegetarians here. It's good to spread that message.
What about him?
Him,
He's the best one of all of us. He makes cakes all the time.
candy, right? You like candy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I
That's the
think-
word. Skittles and...
I think he was talking about, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the best of all of us.
Oh, okay.
He's good. He can make you a spice cake. That's good.
I'd like to talk about something besides straight edge and veganism now.
So go.
So, I mean, not anything in particular, but just anything else.
Anything else?
Yeah, just-
All right, so I guess last question, because we do like to talk about politics, is... No?
Oh my God.
Not at all?
I blew that
I'm
guy,
a little
George
rusty
Bush.
lately.
That guy is going to get out of office, and I'm going to be so psyched.
So no politics?
Talk
Yeah.
about music.
Yeah. You
All right.
hear music?
All right.
that's what we're here for, you know? Like there is music outside of the subculture.
It's about to happen, yeah. Okay. What would you say to somebody who says you sound like an Ignite tribute band?
Actually, listen to our band.
I'd say, have you ever heard AFI? And then he'd say, who's AFI as a joke.
I'd say that's a pretty general statement, because, I mean, just because we're a fast, hardcore-ish punk band and I sing, doesn't automatically mean that you sound like exactly like a band.
I think it's because we're the only band that's doing it like we do, and like, he's a high register singer, like Zoli, over fast punk, so it's kind of, it's similar.
Can we talk a little shit here? How many bands sound like Integrity?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
End
Like
of
this.
story, really. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like everybody, you know, everyone will pin something on us for, oh, you sound, it's basically just because we draw influence from bands that not a lot of people draw influence
Or
from.
we're in Canada now. How many bands sound like no one?
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, so I guess if we picked a band to draw influence from where a million other bands were doing it, then yeah, we probably wouldn't get as much shit, but then we wouldn't, you know, we'd be dead inside, so.
Here comes security.
Oh,
Cool.
No, she's just, no, nothing.
No?
withdrawal.
Who are your influences? Just state them, I guess, for those who...
The Smashing Pumpkins.
Yep, Smashing Pumpkins, Misfits, AFI obviously,
Seminole punk band.
Bad Religion.
Ramones.
Yeah.
For me, Sound Majority, definitely one of the main influences, especially in my drumming. It's just like, if you please go pick up a record tomorrow, go get Life of a Spectator. I don't care where you get it. It is like one of the most inspiring pieces of music, just in general. And seriously, just listen to everything. And yeah, so Sound Majority is definitely the biggest influence on me.
Great. All right, so before the cops come and arrest us, yeah, just want to elaborate on that and, you know, how so many bands can get away with the integrity sound and.
I don't know.
Oh, it's because
You know
there's
why?
more to there's more rip-off artists to blend in with.
Yeah, I was about to say you can't pick gray out of
There's
gray,
not-
but
yeah.
you can pick yellow out of gray.
There's not like a million bands doing what we're doing, so that's why we're getting singled out. And honestly, I prefer it that way.
Me too.
Like, Humanity is the Devil is a great EP, but I think people need to actually look at more colors that are available in music instead of just looking at everything so black and white and just, you know, straight out of the box. So, like, just explore out there. There's some incredible, like, bands and musicians, like, that draw so many influences. Just don't think on one side. And, yeah.
Non, on va partir, hein?
Ouais.
Ok, on va partir. Dans 20 secondes? Merci. Alright, we got 20 seconds. So, final words, good bands. Est-ce que le fermé pour le... Merci.
Thank you to anybody that has bought our music or anything.
Or
Really?
download it with the...
Yeah, download it, or just anybody that took the time to get our music in any way possible. Just thank you so much. There's a few people with tattoos out there. I love you. Bands to check out. I think Classics of Love, which is Jesse Michaels' from Operation Ivy's new band. They're awesome. I don't really have any others.
The Agent from Long Island, really good.
Yeah.
The Baser.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this band, the Smashing Pumpkins, fucking good. They're back together after, I don't know.
Minus Jimmy Chamberlain.
Yeah,
And Darcy.
And Darcy.
And James E.
Yeah, James E.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So, thanks again, guys.
Thank you, security. Stay fresh.
You rule.
Alright.